Hello, everyone. I am so excited tonight and pleased to introduce you to a dear friend of mine, Claudia Rickard. She and I met about 2 years ago, is it?
2.5 years ago, yeah.
A little over 2 years. It was before the pandemic, before the lockdown.
Yeah, it was coming up 2 years because I'd just been, yeah.
And we just started talking at a networking meeting, and it's like, wow. I need to know more about her, and I need to know more. And then after the pandemic, we really got close doing some things online together. We were
buddied. We buddied up, supported each other.
We were accountability buddies and technical support buddies when we were all sort of learning how to do Facebook Lives, which was great. Yeah. But Claudia has such a toolbox of ways to help ourselves stay more grounded here during the holiday season. Because in the holiday season, all those little minor annoyances that you might have with family members or just life in general, or just any little thing that makes you a little more worried, a little more upset, it just gets magnified during the holidays. We know that. And we know that it also affects the way we eat. It's just the way affects the way we hold ourselves accountable to ourselves, and the way we eat, the way we sleep. And sometimes we really do need a little bit extra help. But what I love about Claudia is she can teach us so much that we can do for ourselves. So she's lovely. We call her the English hypnotist, and also the emotional intelligence specialist. These are big names, but for a warm and friendly and lovely Claudia. So happy to have you here. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you very much. Yes, I love you to bits. And we got on straight away. We're like minds, and yeah. So it was fabulous for me, actually, because I was brand new. As you can hear, I am English and not called English. And so yeah, I didn't know anybody. Very few. And Robin was great because she introduced me to lots of people as well. So.
Exactly. You had really just gotten here within months.
Yeah, really have not been here for very long. And then COVID struck, so that was great as well. But hey ho, we manage. And so yeah, so we're coming up for the holiday season, and I gather that we don't have Thanksgiving, you see, in England.
No, you wouldn't.
So it's very different. We have our holidays are Christmas, and we have something called Boxing Day. So on the Christmas Day is the 25th, and then the next day we always have off as well, which is Boxing Day. And so that's when people will then take their holidays. But you all have, it's like you want to take a week.
It starts with Halloween, and then it just goes from there.
Yeah, I know, I've noticed, and I'm like going, God, it took me a while to understand this holidays thing, because it's like, okay, because my holiday is you call it a vacation. But anyway, would you like me to just give some tools straight away?
I would. I really would. And then we're going to have time. I want people to think of questions they may have for you as they listen to you. Yes.
Okay. So I am actually going to write these down, because these are some Reiki precepts, and I use this. I coach on this in my session and give this to people when they see me. Okay. Because if people live generally by what I'm going to give you today, you are happy. Okay. So first thing, if I can get my lid off. Okay. So first of all, it is just for today. Okay. Now, one day at a time. Mm-hmm. So this is about chunking things down. All right. Now, some people even need their just for today chunked down even into smaller bits. So just for the morning, just for the afternoon, just for the evening. But if we're in our just for today, so it's a bit like the mindfulness thing, we're in one day at a time, just for today. Okay. Right. Past is past. We can't do anything about the past. I can actually, but just for the past is past. The future is also the future. And a lot of people right now might well be going down some rabbit holes, going down, well, what if that happens? what if so-and-so comes and then they're going to say that, and then she's going to say that, and then they'll say that, and then that'll happen, and then they'll be like that, and then oh my God, I mean, can you feel the anxiety?
And you start feeling it here.
Yeah, I mean, I can feel it just saying it. Okay, so first of all, where's the evidence that that's going to happen? Because so often we make these stories up in our heads and they don't even happen. So it's like, okay, first of all, with that one, if we go down the rabbit hole of what if, finish that sentence with, I'll handle it. Because we all do the what. I do the what if, and then I always go, yeah, I'll handle it, because I always do. And do you know what? If you go, will I handle it? Just go, yeah, because where's the evidence that you've never handled it? And if you come up with something saying, well, actually, there was that time. Okay, there might have been, but did you get some learning? There's always some learning. There's never a fail. There's only ever learning. Okay, so we can fail moving forwards. All right, so just for today, no need to worry. Just for today, no need to worry. And everybody right now, say it out loud to yourself and give yourself permission to feel it. Okay,
I'm going to say it just for today.
Go on.
Just for today, no need to worry.
Did that feel good?
Yeah, it does.
And when it's tomorrow, it's another just for today.
It's another day.
Okay, all right?
Yes.
So just for today, no need to worry, right? Because we're always going to go, because when it's the actual day, then you get to handle it, okay? So just for today, no need to worry. No need to anger. Now, anger is an interesting one. Anger is bad when it is violent, or when it's obviously really aggressive to somebody, or if we should on ourselves. I should be doing that now. I should have done that. Oh, I should have got that. I should have invited them. I should have said that. I should have, should. No, we change the word to at least could. And then I choose to. Okay?
That's where you get the learning part.
Yeah.
Right.
I could have said that. I should have said that. I could have said that. Just that sounds, so it's much nicer to yourself, okay? Because we've got to be kind to ourselves. Also, anger is interesting because actually it is an energy. So people always think, oh, I'm not, it's bad to feel anger. No, children are allowed to feel that anger. It's a true emotion. They need to get it out, okay? Mm-hmm. And this is when we, sort of like, yeah, we stay in somebody's reality. If a child, because there's going to be families, okay, if a child is angry, and don't deny them their angry feelings, go, just listen. We've got two ears. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I agree. That doesn't sound right, does it? Okay, what can we do about it? And then you can take, because it's depending on the age, take that. But everybody wants to have.
The child could be 45 years old.
Absolutely, because when we're with family, we can all revert back down to being children.
All revert back. Yeah, always. We're gathering together next week to.
And it brings out that childishness in us. And so, but everybody wants to be heard and everybody wants to be validated. Okay, so yeah, that sucks. And again, we may have some more elderly relatives who may be having memory issues. And if there's too much noise, they can get a little bit whatever. We never know. They may have sundowning. They may get anxious because there's so much going on. They may be confused as to who is so-and-so. Who are they? They may forget their names. So again, it's about being kind and offering up the name for the person so that they don't feel silly. But again, if they start moaning, just go agree with them. Go, yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? Yeah, I agree. So validate people. Okay. So as I say, anger is an energy, and it's sometimes really useful for us because it can create change. So it's not always bad. Okay. But it is obviously if it's violent or we should on ourselves. Now, so just for today, no need to worry, no need to anger. And also, instead of being angry, we be honest. Now, what do I mean by being honest? I feel it'd be really helpful if we could all work as a team and we all did various jobs. hey guys, I feel it'd be really helpful if we put some music on and in 10 minutes, we cleared everything up. Okay. Hey, I feel it'd be really helpful if you put your dirty laundry in the laundry basket. I feel it'd be really helpful. I feel. Own your feelings. Okay. If you are wanting to disagree with somebody, because we're all entitled to, you can say, I wonder what it would be like if that happened. I wonder. Use the words I wonder. Okay. Somehow. I wonder how that works. I wonder, because when we say I wonder, it's not aggressive at all, is it?
No.
We're curious.
When you leave out the I feel or I wonder, then it sounds like, a demand.
If you say, you never do this, you don't do that, or what a load of rubbish. But I wonder what you mean by that. I wonder what if this happened. I wonder. So then you're curious. Of course, you can always as well finish with, if you really are ever having a heated discussion, well, let's agree to disagree.
Yeah.
That's the adult way to deal with a disagreement. Let's agree to disagree. Let's move on to the next subject. And let's agree to disagree, and let's move on to the next subject, and let's agree. So be honest is I feel. Okay, I feel this, and saying I wonder. All right.
Okay.
Now, the next one is be humble. Oh, now what do I mean by be humble? I certainly don't mean saying I'm sorry. Okay, because we are not doormats. Sometimes we need to say I'm sorry, or I apologize. I apologize. It's much better for you as a person to say I apologize than saying I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, also, if you've got teenagers there and they all go, don't know, no, don't know, because that's a really good thing for teenage. They often say I don't know. And if you do have a don't know person, this is what you say to them. I know you don't know, but if you did know. I know you don't know, have a guess.
I'm going to jump in here. How about the person who seems to know everything and speaks above everybody else?
Okay, just go, great, I love it. I love the way you are a mountain. So validate them, because they have something going on for them. The reason why they are like that is because possibly they were never appreciated as much as they might have been when they were a child. And so they have to know everything and a little bit about everything. And they have to be right. and that can be, so do you know what? Just have a little secret. They've got something going on. And it's not it's not necessarily their fault. And then if they're older and they're always like that, then they're just, we are not in control of other people. Okay, the only person we're in control of is ourselves.
Right.
And so we can't control other people, but we can control the way that we react or respond to them. And to respond is obviously the more appropriate way. So that's why it's like, and validate them. Go, yeah, it's really interesting. That's great. Yeah, cool. And then you can just let it go. But be humble. Instead, be humble is using our ears and listening to somebody. So if somebody's saying to you, oh, Robin, you're always doing this. Oh, you always think you're so great. Or you're, whatever they're saying. And you're like, because often we might, no, I don't. Well, you do this. And say, no, I don't. Well, yes, you will. And then obviously that can escalate. Okay. So be humble is if somebody's pointing out something that you do that is annoying. Okay. Right. First of all, we're all annoying. All of us. I'm annoying. You're annoying. Every single person here is annoying. Do you know why we're all annoying? Because we're human beings. By default, we are annoying to other people at some point. Simple as that. Okay. That's reality. So it's, so we listen instead and we go, do I do that? Oh, yeah. Thanks for pointing it out. I'll be more aware. Now, can you see how straight away that diffuses something down? And they got their need met, which was to be heard. And then you can come out with, and I wonder what that was about, or I feel confused about such and such, or I feel hurt, or I feel whatever. Okay, but they're more likely to listen to you because you heard them, because they don't know this magic. Okay,
right.
So this is do I, I'll be more aware, and thank them for pointing your foible out. Thank you for telling me that I'm annoying. So
Thank you.
Yes,
I just cooked this meal for you, but still.
Put pie in their face. So, but no. So just for today, no need to worry, no need to anger. Be honest, be humble, and then this one is really big. Be compassionate towards yourself. So if you do worry, if you do get angry, be kind to yourself. You're only a human being. Okay. So be compassionate towards yourself and others. What's going on for them? There's always
because we're all coming with lots of baggage.
Everybody. Yeah. And we don't know. And they may be hiding it. And people can, will suppress their emotions as well. It's like some will or some won't. So everybody's case is different. So be compassionate towards yourself and others, what's going on for them.
And this is not just for that day of the meal, of a big of the gathering together. This is like every day of your life.
It's people generally,
with all the people you meet.
Yeah. Oh, I've been coaching. I've been giving this out for years, over 10 years. If everybody lives generally by this, then you can be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why? Because you're always compassionate towards yourself, which means you don't do guilt.
No guilt.
and you're always kind to yourself. So it's always a win-win. Okay. So it's yeah. I mean, and I could go on. Honestly, I've got so many things. I do.
Well, you do, because I've never I've heard a number of your tools and things, and I've never seen this.
No, you haven't heard that one. No, because I normally keep that for my office when I see people. So that is like that's pretty cool. That I'm happy to share.
Yeah. Well, that is pretty cool.
So,
well, I was just wondering, I'm going to look and see if anyone has any questions. I wanted to tell all the attendees there's options. You can put in the chat and we'll see the question in the chat. But if you want to have a more private, you can put it in the Q&A and see if there's any. And I don't see anything now, but I think everybody's just sort of like listening and waiting. One of the things I love that you do is how to remove those repetitive thoughts, how to remove that hamster wheel going in. Because, when most of us here are moms or we are the female matriarch of the family or something like that. And we all are caring for somebody else. And we're all wanting, you've got to think ahead. Oh, we have to make sure everybody has gifts. We have to make sure all this food is right. We have to also do these cards for people. We have, all these different things we have to do. And I know personally that starts going round and round in the brain. Yeah. So do you have a tip? And another question came in, but until then, you have a tip?
Okay. Yeah. So it's the overwhelm. So if you have this anxiety, if it's like this so much, then point all of that on one point. Okay. Put all of that frustration on one point, and then I don't know if you can hear me properly. And then slowly open your arms up, really slowly, until you can see your hands in the periphery of your vision, because it expands what's going on. Does that make sense? So put all your frustration,
all the frustration,
slowly expand what's going on till you see, and it just opens it up. Little story, okay? So there was a Hindu monk, and he had his apprentice, and the apprentice was very angry and bitter and frustrated all the time. So he said to him, "Go and get me some salt." and a glass of water, and he said, put the salt in the water, and he said, and drink from it. And he went, bleh, it's bitter, you know, how does it taste? It's bitter. So now go put the same amount of salt in this lake. So he did. And then he said, now drink from the lake. How does it taste? He said, fresh. He said, okay, the amount, this salt here is the bitterness of life. No more, no less.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of pain that we feel is on how much we put it in, what container we put it in. So stop being a glass and become a lake.
Kind of an ocean.
An ocean. Expand it. And remember that on your sort of timeline, if you think this is just a moment in time, okay? And I've got many more. I could go on with my stories. You know, I could. I've got the monkey story. I've got. But that
story
one
after story, I love it.
I know. I do it. I use metaphors and stories.
Fables.
Yes, to tell. So, what was the question?
She goes, well, okay, less questions and more applause. This is so good. I'm busy taking notes, and that's so cool.
Good.
So that's good. Busy taking notes, and that's what's nice about this. We are recording it, so you can stop. What I love about going back to something and recording when I want to take notes is I can stop it at that point, write down notes, start it up again. It's great. It's great. You have helped so much. You've helped me so much, and a lot of it was when we were doing the Facebook Lives back and forth, and one of us was the technical person making sure it was working, and the other person. So I got to hear you quite a bit. Wonderful stories, wonderful tools that we can use, and most people here may know my son, maybe not everyone, but you came over to my house one time, and you did. I suppose it was a hypnosis session.
Guided meditation.
Guided meditation session. But that leads to a kind of a self-hypnosis.
Of course it does. Yeah.
Because she guided him this lovely and walk through the beach, the favorite beach. And he listens to that every single day. And it really helps. And while she was doing it, I was in the room listening too. And she just put, we had a conversation before, and she just put some key things in there of things that had been worrying him a lot. But she did this in this gentle voice. Basically, it's all right if those things, it's all right if this happens, it's going to be okay. And the fact of putting that kind of energy into coming to you every day regularly, it changes your life. It
changes your DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, and I've heard this before with other hypnotherapists when they're talking about clients, Kevin doesn't really know that's happening, but in a regular day conversation, something will happen and he'll say some of the words I know you've said. It just comes out of his mouth. Well, that's okay. And I'm like, oh gosh, I don't tell him that, but it's like, oh, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's so good. If it's for good, then great. So
yeah, it's all good. And well, I appreciate you so much. And again, feel free to type in a question if you have one.
I have a free e-guide. So there's the free e-guide on my website. It's called Emotional Relief Kit. It's got
absolutely. Put that in the chat if you can. You should be able to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's
oh wait, and be sure to click that. You can say it that everyone sees it. Otherwise, just you and I will see it.
Oh yes, of course.
There's hosts.
Everyone. Okay.
Yeah, so everyone can see that.
It's called Emotional Relief Kit. It's a free e-guide, okay, and it's you get 3 free recordings on there. The mindfulness one, which I suggest everybody listens to every morning, and the other 2 again, great for going to sleep. And the other one is for an anxiety one, and that's got the cloud on it. the magic cloud. And yeah, I mean, it's
wonderful. Yeah,
actually when COVID was on, that's why I did it. I did it for free because, and it's,
and they're nice because there's some short ones. I mean, no, really quick ones. Say, oh, I don't have time to.
Oh no, that's right. It's my version of mindfulness, Robin, and it's like 6 minutes. And I actually listen to my own. I listen to my own recordings. It's because it's like, because I also know what I'm going to say, and it can get me off to sleep, or it's that time in between clients, but the mindfulness one I listen to every single morning. Because
and I use it too. I highly recommend that, and you're right. That has just been a gift to our whole community. So it really has.
Yeah, good. So,
well, this has just been delightful. I'm going to check one more time to see about questions. Oh, here we go. Okay, someone says they had an issue with a neighbor that's left her bitter feelings. She doesn't want it to continue, but she can't get it off her mind. So she's got that hamster wheel going. Do you have recommendations of what I can do to diffuse my bitterness and frustration with her?
Yeah, you know what? It's on the e-guide. So it's the blast technique basically, but there's the protocol on there. You can try that. And if it doesn't necessarily work, then I hate to say it, but yeah, do come and see me if it's really bad, because you can join me. I'm just going to show you. This is my, there may be other issues there as well, but this is my blast pen. That's what I do with the blast technique. And that is explained. It's on my website, but that can get rid of those things that keep on, that can get your hair, go up your throat, behind your eyes, and make you want to cry. So those are the things that I can really, I really like to deal with. Because
can you work with people through Zoom on that?
Yes, I see lots of people through Zoom.
We have people who don't necessarily live right here in North Carolina.
And it's just as good because I see people in England. So yeah, it's just as effective. And I can.
And Kevin does a different version of that.
Oh yes, he does the clicking of the pens. Yeah, because the light wasn't great for him, was it? So it's left, right. Oh my gosh, that's another tool. You get anything. I've got a little thing of hand cream here because I always keep it by my desk. When I'm on Zoom, I put hand cream on. But you do left and right with your hand. You can do it with a ball. If the child is getting frustrated, do it with the ball. I don't know if I put that on my emotional relief kit. I can't remember. Yeah. There's loads of things I've got on there that are really useful. Breathing, the proper deep breathing. Okay, that's on there because obviously we've got to get get the vagus nerve going and back into the parasympathetic. But that's on the, as I say, I can talk.
The emotional relief kit is just,
it's free. It's free. Share everyone around the world. I'd love it. It'd be great because it's free.
That's wonderful.
I'm the upsell. I'm not asking you to then do this. It's like you it's free.
And the testimonials I've seen, it's just been, I mean, this past 2 years in particular been rough for people.
Yeah, they have.
A lot of people through them.
They have. I am really busy. I've been very busy. Yeah, I'm my busiest week this week. Yeah. And I'm pleased to say I'm actually going on vacation on Saturday for a week.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I need to.
You need it.
I need to fill up my saucepan. Yeah, I do. Yeah, and then I'll be like, I'm quite buzzy anyway, but it's I'll even be more busy. But yeah, and I don't drink coffee.
Let's see. I think that person said thank you. Okay. I saw another question come in, but that person said, thank you very much. I think that's going to be very great. It's 8 o'clock.
Okay.
We are done. It went by so fast.
I know. Where did that go? I know. I'm sorry. I do talk a lot. But
You're fine. You're fine. You are delightful. I could listen to you. I mean, that's the thing. The other thing she has, do you still have on your website did you put your other videos up? Have you taken them down?
Oh yeah, no, they're still on. Oh yes, sorry, I've got loads of. If you go on my website again, there's the icon for YouTube, and there are loads of tools. I did those all again over the pandemic. you know, it's when it was really on. And loads of
yeah, those are
loads
wonderful.
of metaphors, stories, and they're all really short because they're like 1 or 2 minutes. I mean, they're to the point.
They're what you need when you
yeah, just to the point, because I'm not a great one for listening about how someone's cat is or dog, or, you know, or if they'd like their tea or coffee. It's like, just get to it, say it. So
that's fabulous. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to stop the recording.
okay,
Bye-bye.
bye everybody.